Welcome once again to Visual Vapor Reviews. I'm your host, Michael Cobb, and today we'll be talking about a few different topics. Now, I missed last topic Tuesday because of work, and I couldn't really do anything for that day. And then my birthday came around. I am officially 19 as of March 2nd. But yeah, looking pretty forward to this 20th year of life. Even though I'm 19, when you're 19, you're technically starting your 20th year of life, because the Chinese use the method of year one when you're born. So yeah, but since I missed topic Tuesdays, we're gonna be talking about for kind of a late update, and then tomorrow on Tuesday I'll be doing another topic Tuesday. So it'll be technically two in a row, but this one kind of makes up for last Tuesday. So basically, the Tuesday before, we talked about the difference between RDAs and tank atomizers and RTAs. However, I think I failed in mentioning the difference in there are actually three types of atomizer pieces. So to begin, we'll kind of brush up on that to kind of do a review. So for those of you who knows the difference between an RDA and an RTA? Is it A, strike that. A tank atomizer or an RDA? What's the difference? Is it A, the fact that one contains a tank and the other contains bare coils? B, that they have similar structure and they just have no see-through visibility to see the liquid? Or C, is it that their drip tips are just different? So, give you a second. Bing! Time's up. If you guys answered B or C, you guys are actually wrong. A is the correct answer. The difference between an RDA and a tank atomizer is the fact that one contains a tank and the other contains a bare atomizer. A bare atomizer is where you build the coils and then you place the cotton through and wick it with the liquid. In this case, the coil heads are pre-made on my Smock Baby Beast. The coil heads are pre-made and you install them and vape from there. So, now, I failed to mention, let me sit my rear end down. I failed to mention a third kind of tank, which I don't actually have in my possession, an RTA, a rebuildable tank atomizer. So there's rebuildable atomizers, RDAs, rebuildable tank atomizers, and then just tank atomizers, TAs. So an RTA is the essential ability to use a tank on an RDA mod. So say you have a Smock Baby Beast. Now this is an RTA compatible, but it'll work for the example. So say you have a coil head. This is an iJoy Captain coil with a pre-built coil already inside. So in this case, with an RTA, you have basically this setup right here. Let's see if I can pull it out. There we go. You have this setup right here, and it is surrounded by, instead of this, an actual tank that can fill up with liquid. So, for example, say you have a coil that you just built and you've installed it. It goes inside of a tank, and then you fill the tank with liquid, and then the atomizer vaporizes it from there. So I'll go into the bare minimal basics, but today's topic will actually be covering covering resistances and wattages, the differences. So resistance, wattage, and voltage. Now, for each let's set this down real quick. So I'm going to place on my RDA tank, my Victory RDA, which runs a 0.26 coil on there. So it's capable of going up to 80 watts, but in this case I'm only going to do 65 because I like to be safe on my coils. I don't like to risk them burning out on me, because as it stands, this is all I got. So from my RDA, and I'd rather not burn it out anytime soon. So I'm going to fill up, or in this case, drip up my beautiful Zaba strawberry and go from there. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add a little hint of my Canela vanilla, because I do enjoy that vanilla-y taste that I got from the King of the Clouds flavors. So 1 drip each on that flavor, and then we'll put this back up top and go from there. Hi, honey.
Hi.
So at 65 watts, we are vaping 4.11 volts to get this vape. This is the makeup for the Topic Tuesdays I did last week. I didn't do last week because of work. Hi, honey. So, like I was saying, to make up for last week, the topic for today is resistance. Resistance, wattages, and voltages. So on each coil head on an RTA, or just a tank atomizer, it usually tells you the resistance and its best range or its wattage range. You want some food? There's pizza on the table there. Okay. And so resistance, wattages, and voltages. You can see just a kiss from my fiance. It puts me in a good mood. Those pieces are mine, but hold on, they're on the table. Okay, so finally we can get back. All right. So resistance, voltage, and wattage. There is this is a 0.3 ohm coil with a 60 to 80 watt voltage range, wattage range. And so what that means is that it's capable of being used between 60 and 80 watts. 0.3 means that that is the resistance of it. So like if you have a mod, you'll see a small horseshoe shaped piece right in the middle. I don't know how well that can focus. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little better. Well, in any case, the resistance is the middle. It's usually by a horseshoe shaped sign, and my wattage on this is 0.26. That means it can handle from 50 to 70 watts, but I keep mine at 65 because it gets a good vapor production right there. So I'm going to take off my RDA tank and put on my Smock Baby Beast once again, because you know how I roll. Or better yet, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we'll talk about resistances real quick and wattages so I can get this topic out of the way. Yeah? Sorry. So I'm going to turn this all the way down to 1 watt, and you guys can see how this works. So at 1 watt, this will show you the conversion table for 1 watt vapage. So 1.3 in this case, this is 1.3 watts, and the difference is, so 1.3 watts converts to 0.50 volts. And so that means that for every 1.3 wattage increment, you have a 0.5 volt vape. So that means that's a conversion table in this case. So for each watt you go up for 0.13 it goes 0.50, then 0.52 for 0.14, and then so on and so on. And then, for example, you get to 1 volt when you hit 0.96, 0.97, 0.98, 0.99, 1 watt, 1 volt even. So 5.3 equals 1 volt. And as you can see, no vapor whatsoever. You just get the flavor at this rate. Nothing. So we'll turn this up to 10 watts so you guys can see the difference. So at 10 watts, it will be at 1.38 volts to get this vape. Nothing. Still nothing. That's because the resistance is so high, strike that. The resistance is so low on this that it can only read read a wattage between 60 to 130 watts. So if I turn this up to, say, 15 watts, she wants me to crush some milk carton. So if I turn this up to 15 watts, then we'll have 1.69 volts and probably just enough to get a small vapor cloud. Nope, still nothing. I guess we'll have to turn it up to 30 just to get an interesting vapor cloud. So let's see what she does. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 2.39 volts. So that's the conversion table. See? There's your first vapor cloud. It won't run anything lower than 30 watts. So the reason because of that is because with a coil, you have the wire and the electricity. Two main components, all we got to worry about right now. So the thickness or gauge of a wire dictates how much electricity can pass through it. That means resistance. So there's 0.19 resistance. The lower the resistance, or in this case, the higher the resistance, strike that, the higher the resistance is what requires the least amount of voltage, wattage or voltage. So say you're using a 1 ohm vape or 1 ohm coil, and it would only require 15 watts to get a beginner vape, and anything higher than that or 15 to 45 watts would get it and would burn it out. 15 watts to 40 watts would be just fine, but anything higher would probably burn it out. So yeah, so basically, if you're using a higher wattage or voltage, then that's the resistance that's required. So say that it's a really low resistance, like a 0.19 coil, then that would mean that you'd need a lot more wattage or voltage to get a certain amount of cloud. So if you're using a 0.19 coil, then you'd need 60 to 130 watts to get a cloud like this. Talking through vape's kind of difficult. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to demonstrate to you the difference between a tank like that and my iJoy Captain tank. Now, I haven't used this in a while because I want it to last, and I don't really want to have to use it all that often. I want to use it like as a backup tank because I love this tank and I really don't want anything to happen to something as beautiful as that. So what's going to probably happen is I just ordered my iJoy Diamond 234 watt mod, and it's coming in from SS Vape. That'll probably be the next review. Hopefully it'll be here by Friday. Don't really know, but I'm really hoping. It'll be my first external battery mod besides my mechanical mod that I had. And I'm really looking forward to it because it comes with two included 20 then 700 batteries, so 20700 batteries, and it comes with an adapter for an 18650. So I'm really kind of looking forward to that because I've never had a really mechanical mod like that, but I'm looking forward to it. So this is the iJoy Captain tank. It'll go really nice with my iJoy Diamond, I think. The clouds are coming rich and fresh, even with the airflow all the way open. But I'm gonna open that airflow all the way now, because you know that's how we roll. We roll all the way up. So this topic was basically talking about resistances and voltages and wattages, the differences. So I gave you a conversion table that 1.3 watts equals 0.50 volts. So for each 1.3 watt increment, you get a 0.01 increment on voltage. So say you're at let's see, let me turn this back up to my standard rating, wattage rating. Oh, looking a little empty here. Which one should I wick it up with? Should I use my Canela Vanilla my raspberry or my mango or my strawberry. I'm thinking more along the lines of raspberry and canela vanilla. That sounds pretty good. So the cool thing I love about my Smock Baby Beast tank is it's so easy to fill. I'm going to take my raspberry flavor. I'm also going to open up my canela vanilla, because I did have to actually take my canela vanilla out of the original bottle and put it in here because I sold some of it. But let's see what we do. So I'm going to put just a little bit of canela vanilla, 1 vial full, or 1 dropper full, and then 1 dropper full of my raspberry. Oops, she's dripping. Gotta be careful. Whoa, we're taking a bit more than I expected. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna just have to roll with that. There we go, she's full. So, downside to having a broken tank is that because of my glasses broken on it, I have to use electrical tape, so I can never truly tell how full this thing is. I only know when it's full. But the clouds are rich, the coils are good, the coils are happy. Also, so something really interesting about coil heads, there are different designs. There's the single coil like this one, and then there are multi-coils. This one's a quadruple coil, and this one is a single coil. So, for example, some coils to have lower resistances require more than 1 coil, and they just really look cool because they soak up a lot of liquid and they last a really long time. That's the kind of thing that really makes me happy about stuff like that, because even though the iJoy Captain can be a real juice sucker, it never fails to disappoint. But still, my go-to tank right now is my Baby Beast. So yeah, today's topic was basically about resistances and voltages, and if you guys have more questions, some people to really look into on YouTube is Dash Vapes. They are a really good YouTube channel that does FAQs, Topic Tuesdays just like me, What the Heck Wednesdays, and a lot of different cool different ones, like it's not Topic Tuesdays for them, it's 2-minute Tuesdays, where they answer basic FAQs in 2 minutes or less, and they always have a timer right there. So yeah, check it out, guys. For the check it out their YouTube channel, Dash Vapes, and another good reviewing service that's provided from companies like Smock and Inakin, iJoy, Voopoo, and a lot of other companies. A good company to look at, reviewer company to look at is Indoor Smokers, hosted by Chris. It's a misnomer because we ain't smoking, we vaping. Chris has a lot of humor in his videos. He's really cool like that. I've been watching him for a while, and his videos always make me laugh. I watch every single one that he uploads just because, mainly for the vaping, but also for the laughing that comes along with it. He gives honest reviews. He gives opinions, complete specs on each mod, helps you make informed decisions on which one to buy. Me, I'm going to be looking at reviews for the iJoy Diamond 234 watt because I don't really know what I'm getting and how well it's going to work. So I'm going to do some research and watch some reviews on it to see, so I can make an informed review on the next one, because that's how I make my reviews. Anytime I get a new product before it comes in, I research it for a lot of time, watch some videos in anticipation of it coming, and when it finally comes, I know how to work it without looking in the instructions. No need, so I get a little bit of a cheat slip, so to speak. So yeah, next time will probably be the next topic, which will be tomorrow, the next Topic Tuesdays. I'm gonna have to come up with a topic for that because I don't have any idea on what I'm gonna talk about next. Probably PG and VG ratios on liquids. What they are good at vaping ranges for. Not 100% sure yet, but we'll work it out tomorrow. So until next time, I'm your host, Michael Cobb. And that's my beautiful fiance in the background. We'll see you next time on the Visual Vapor Reviews. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.